Welcome to Your Cyber Path, the podcast that helps you get your dream cybersecurity job by sharing the secrets of experienced hiring managers and top cybersecurity professionals with you. Now, on to the show.
And then the other thing I would bring up is, now we're talking AI and ML. A lot of people ask me, are our jobs as people who do log analysis in a SOC going to go away? No, they're not, right? But there may be less of you. And you're actually going to be happy about that, because the most boring work I've ever done in cybersecurity is being the person looking at logs and going benign, suspicious, malicious, benign, suspicious, benign, right? And you're just going through good, bad, maybe, good, bad, maybe, right? And that is a boring job to do 12 hours a day, 4 days a week or whatever it is, when you're working rotating hours in a SOC. So I love the fact that we have the ability to set up alerts. I love the ability that we have the ability to set up rules. If you've ever worked with Snort, which is an intrusion detection, intrusion protection system, you can create your own rules, and it will actually integrate in with your SIEMs as well. And so as it's seeing the traffic, it can go, this looks suspicious. Let's take a look at it. And one of the interesting things is that as we were looking through the server logs yesterday, as we're troubleshooting this issue with the API, we were seeing attacks against our server, right? And we're seeing in hex code the different stuff in our logs, because we were logging that, and we're like, what is that? And we actually, there's something you guys can do as well, those who are listening. You can look at your logs, grab that code, put it in ChatGPT and say, explain to me what this exploit is trying to do. And it will go in and convert it from the hex code to the assembly, from the assembly into what it means. And then it said, this is a remote shell attack. They're trying to get a Windows RDP session on your server. In which case we know, these people obviously didn't do any reconnaissance because we're running a Linux server. And so
they were just spraying and praying.
Right. It was spray and pray, right? And we saw 3 different attacks over the last 24 hours that were all spray and pray. There was one for the Ghost attack, which was popular back in 2017. There's still bots out there trying that on every new server, right? There's people trying to get an RDP shell on every new server out there, and they literally just go and touch every server and say, will this work? Nope. Okay, I'll go to the next one, right? And that's where you want to make sure you're hardening your systems, and you'll see that in your logs that people are trying to attack your systems all day, every day. But most of the time you don't even see it because it's just happening in the background. And if it wasn't successful, it just didn't even get logged and it just moves on.
Right. And it's automated, so it costs them nothing to attack you 24/7.
Yes.
Until they get a hit. These are great examples, Jason, of the practical value of compromised recording as we experience it today. Some of the other things that you're going to want to be looking for is like impossible travel. Yep. So, if you've got somebody who typically logs in from home because they're doing remote work, and then shortly after they log in, you have another login to that account from 8,000 miles away. Okay, well, that doesn't seem reasonable, right? Even though that person could be using a VPN to make that happen, it's unlikely because they're already logged in. So it's like, why would they double log in once locally and once from a VPN? So you want to get indicators of compromise, stuff that is highly likely to be an attack. Because like you were saying, if you're just sitting there just running through logs and you're like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I'd rather just look at a list of like highly suspect issues like impossible travel